Wasn't that big thing? Yeah. Hey, there you go. Beat me in there, Tina. Tina, how you doing, my sis? Thank you for coming to join us, sis. Such a soldier. But I want you to make sure you get some rest. Close your eyes. I know that light and everything else is bothering your eyes. But thank you. Thank you for your presence, Queen. Thank you for coming in and checking in. Make sure we sending love to you, Tina, and get well soon. I hope you get out of the pain. I've never had a migraine, but I know one thing. I've had some pretty bad headaches. And if a migraine is that times 10, I couldn't imagine. So definitely sending healing to you, sis. Hey, my Susan, how you doing? How's it going? How's your Saturday going? Mine has been a day. I was hitting my limit. And I said, oh, Lord, pull me back. Pull me back, Lord. Pull me back. You know, that's where real restraints come on. Here, if you acting a fool, you're really choosing to. Because I tell you, in the real world, if you can control yourself, you got some real self-control. That's good. Nino says hello and half a bark. I don't know what he's half a barking at, but you know it's Nee. It's just what he does. Nee, I need you to stop. Thank you, sir. He's something else, y'all. He's something else. He's so full of it. He is so full of it. But yes, oh, guys, it's been a day. It has been a day. Did I miss anything today on the tubes? Did something go on? I got to check into it. But like I told y'all, it's been that kind of quiet before the storms. It's not really quiet. It's not really quiet. That's what you learn around here. It never really is quiet. You just might not watch them people. YouTube never. Stacy, how you doing? Oh, you sent me a message today? I'm gonna have to check it out. I literally got off of work today. You know, I work 2 days a week. I literally went into work today, got off, had to get up with my son. You know, there was something going on today at my job, so I didn't eat anything. And I literally was heading to the bus stop with my brother. And my sugar dropped something drastic. But luckily, not only did I get something to eat, I ended up getting something to eat and got a ride home. So it made it even better. So I got home basically around the same time because I did other things. But I literally just walked in the door. I got my coat sitting behind me on it, sitting right behind me on that thing. I took off my coat. I set a timer. I ran knee out. So and I came right back in here. So I haven't checked my thing. I actually had a minute on live, and for some reason I came into Heidi's live. So I came in, we got busy, and we were busy till I walked out the door. So I honestly I haven't got to it, but I definitely am gonna check my messages tonight. I definitely have to check them. Oh yeah, it was. Today was a day. Today was a day. Was a day. Oh, and I had to. Hey, Marianne. Hey, my sister. How you doing? But yeah, Stacy, I definitely will check that. I definitely will check that message. Nino, check it too. He says hello, blessings, sunshine, sparkles, and rainbows. I don't know. I guess that's what he's saying. I have no idea. Be nice. Some people aren't thinking about you. They aren't. They're outside. Thank you. Let them be. Let them have peace. Okay? That's a good boy. He's a good boy when he wants to be. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. Y'all already know him. He said, wait a minute, y'all talking about something else? Let me get all in y'all business. Let me photobomb. You know, oh, but no, today was a day. I'm telling you, I've learned one thing about life. Oh, he's so jelly. He'd be jelly. He'd be jelly. He's like, wait, Stacey ain't sending me no message. He don't even got an Instagram. He don't even got an Instagram, Stacey. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I thought he had his paws crossed. I was gonna say if his paws crossed, don't trust him. Don't trust him. He up to no good. But you know how in life, like if nobody knows, the universe knows where to pull you, where to get you, where to have you go backwards. It knows. It knows. That's why I try not to anymore state where to get me. Because I used to tell people like, oh, all you can take is my freedom. And if you do boop, boop, and boop, you definitely take my freedom because I give it to you every time. But what I'm doing is giving people the keys to take it down. Hold on, y'all. He not. Nino, no thank you. He gonna do it as soon as I unmute to y'all on purpose. It's on purpose. No thank you. You could come out of there when you stop barking because people are walking past, sir. You no, unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Sit. Thank you. You ready to come out and be quiet? That's it. That's it. That's not acceptable. Whether I was on live or not, that's not acceptable. Nothing is going on out there. Nothing that has anything to do with you. Thank you. Please go sit down somewhere. Go. Go sit down. Thank you. That's a good boy. He's a good boy. I love you so much. You know it. You don't have to question that. But I don't like that. Thank you. Sorry. Bye-bye. He does. Susan, you already know. So he like, oh, hold on. He's a part-time job sometimes. I promise a full-time job. He is a full-time job. Because I have to understand that part of him is going to make sure that anything around me knows that he's around me. So I have to understand that that's all he's doing. But sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm talking, or hey, I don't want that echoing in my ear or in people's ear on the thing. He don't care. He like, I don't care if it's echoing in their ear. Did they hear me too? But be nice. Now you're not gonna walk off and still be barking. So you're just gonna sit there and make noises for no reason? Be nice. Okay? I'm sorry, yeah, that was a knee moment. That was his live. I gotta hurry up and get him a channel. I think it's already monetized. I think he already got 9 million hours because they said they just gonna take the hours he done slipped up into my live and they gonna put that on his live. So he had 9 million watch time hours. He has 8 billion subscribers. Let him tell it. That's what he was telling me. I said, how you get 8 billion? Ain't even got 8 billion subscribers on YouTube, but he got 8 billion. He told me. He told me, y'all. Oh, they still got all their limbs and teeth, I promise you, but a part of their ass is chewed off. I can promise you that. La, hey sis. Oh, you going to get you some rest. Man, sometimes Fridays when you pass out, and sometimes Saturday is the day it all hits you real hard. So go and get you some rest. Slide, how you doing? How you doing? You already know, Nina, already. Thank you, sis. How you doing? How you do? You already know, Nino. He must say, "Is that Sly in the building? How you doing?" You know, he got to give everybody a "How you doing?" He said, "Stacy sending me messages, ain't sending Nino one." He got a little jelly. Y'all know he full of it. The toilets is overflowing all through this hotel because he is full of it. I'm telling you, they all full of. They jelly. They are super jelly. As I said, he monetized already. He already monetized. He said he got 12 channels. They all monetized. They I think that's why YouTube playing with my hours. I'm over the hours, and YouTube still ain't. They still holding me at the gate. Like I'm sitting there. And they said, "Well, we gave some of them to Nino." I said, "Wait, what?" They said every video he barked more than twice. We gave him. I said, "That's all my videos." I said, "I'm never gonna be monetized dealing with him taking my hours, y'all. What I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do in this rough world, in this cold, cold world?" I'm like, somebody get Stevie to start singing "Cold, Cold World" for me. Shoot. And thank you, sir. We love them too, but sometimes I want to send them right to the moon like Alice from Honeymoons. I want to send them to the moon. Straight to the moon. Or was I the only Honeymoons fan? Did anybody else like Honeymoons but me? I even like the remake they did with Cedric the Entertainer. I like the Honeymoons, okay? I do, I do. You better tell him, Tina. You better tell him. He said, wait a minute. Did you say about look? He heard that his ears popped up. He said, wait a minute. He said, let me go back to being quiet. Good night, Slide. Thanks for stopping in, sis. Oh, the Honeymooners was the truth. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The Honeymooners and the Flintstones seemed like one show to me. Like I felt like episodes of the Flintstone and the Honeymooners were the same. Was that just me? Or was I just such a kid that I wanted Ralph to be Fred Flintstone? Is that just me? Is that just me? It is just because it was two best friends and the one best friend seemed a little, kind of like a goofball, like Barney and like his boy. What's his boy's name? Norton. I don't know, but I used to love the Honeymoons. I used to love. My grandfather used to watch Benny Hill. Anybody remember that? Benny Hill? Benny Hill was a pervert. And when I was a kid, I'm like, they're just chasing the women around the nurse's office. Huh? And my grandfather loved that part. And I didn't get it till I was old. Like, when you think about Benny Hill, he was a bit of a pervy. But my grandfather loved Benny Hill. Straight up. Gracie, how you doing? How you doing? Oh yes, it was Fred and Wilma. Oh, I loved Fred and Wilma. What was on Honeymooners? What was his name? It was Ralph. What was his boy's name? Norton. What was his boy's name on the Honeymooners? His best friend. Because I can't remember their wives' name. Alice. I know his wife was Alice because he was always sending her to the moon. But to me, the Honeymooners and the Flintstones was one show. The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, the plane. That's my favorite part. Oh, the Love Boat. Oh my goodness. What's funny is the black guy on the Love Boat reminded me so much of my dad. Like just in looks, his hair at the time, his mustache. Like he just reminded me of my dad. My dad was taller. He just reminded me of my dad. The Jeffersons. Look, see, when I talk about the Jeffersons, I cannot tell you how much I love the Jeffersons and not tell you how much I love the All in the Family. Oh, Edith. When I found out Edith was like in her 20s, I said, oh, she's a good actress. She is a damn good actress. Because I just knew she was about a 60-year-old woman. I just knew she was. I knew it. I love that. I loved Carol Burnett. I loved Mama's Family. Forget about it. Mama's Family was hilarious. I loved Mod. I loved, oh man, what else? Of course, the Golden Girls. Y'all know that. Empty Nest. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember the show 30 something? Y'all remember that? They had all the sisters who their names could be called like boys' names. So their names were like, they called them like Alex and, I forget, it was Sam Alex. But their names like Samantha, Alexandra. But their dad called them all. They had a boy name because he wanted boys, but he had all girls. Facts of Life. Oh, yeah. And then you got the Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. That was my show. Charlie's Angel. I thought them damn angels was the cool. And then when they made a movie for them, y'all remember when the movie came out, right? Man, them angels was the coolest chicks in the whole world. I wanted to be one of Charlie's Angels. I wanted to be one. Show. Shoot, y'all taking me back. Man, I love Silver Spoons. Give Me a Break. Um, Give Me a Break, Silver Spoons. Do y'all remember Small Wonder? I love Small Alf. I remember all those Family Matters, Growing Pains. Oh my goodness, such good show. We had good TV, didn't we? I mean, Thursday and Friday was the night you wanted to be a part of, but we had Law and Order, The Cosby Show, A Different World on a Thursday night. Ooh, I was so in love with Blair Underwood to this day. He could get it. Blair, you watching Blair? You can get it. And if you're married, I love your wife and I hope you give it to him. But he could get it. He could get it. Blair could get it. Hey Daisy, how you doing? Small one. I love Small Wonder. I wanted me a robot sister, and I had a whole twin. I was like, I'll take the robot. Oh man, what was that show? Oh man, y'all already named the Facts of Life. Remember when they did the extended Facts of Life, and they were like in Europe or something? I loved every one of them on the Facts of Life. Tootie, Blair, I loved all of them. But no, it's another show I was thinking about, not the Facts of Life. Dang it, it was right on the tip of my tongue. So let me see if y'all name any other good ones. Yeah, TV used to be real good. You know why we got into reality? Because the TV shows just got to be the same old story. I'm like, okay, so she cheating too. He cheating. Oh, okay. This going on. That's going on. You know, like when I was young, I didn't realize how good Dallas and Knox Landing was. I just knew we loved him because my grandma loved him. And I knew I loved J.I. because he seemed like all the women loved J.I. So I was like, I need me a man like J.I. He got to be powerful. You know, I got to have me some strong dude. So I love those shows growing up. But I'd have to rewatch them again to really know the storyline because I was kind of young, very young. But yeah, when you get to them 80 shows, 80 movies, oh, please, please. You know, early 90s movies. I was just watching 13. Now, this is more in the 2000s, but I was just watching 13 going on 30. And then they played 10 Things I Hate About You yesterday. And I'm like, I really like those movies. I really did when they came out. I just love those movies. The Wedding Planner. What is that? 27 Dresses. Is that the name of that movie? Y'all know what I'm talking about? When she keeps being a bridesmaid. Is that 27 Dresses? Because I used to love all these movies. Oh my goodness. These were my movies back in the day. Yeah, it was feel good TV. You could sit down with your whole family and laugh. And even if that first show that came on wasn't y'all show, everybody was going to have a show that came on that was their show. I remember when Law and Order started. Before they had a SVU and a criminal intent, and you know they made Dick Wolf said, "I'm finna ride this all the way out." He said, "Y'all, what was the first show Dick Wolf had? Y'all know the one with Malik Yoga and oh my God, what was his name? I used to be so in Torres. I was so in love with him back when I was young. Malik Yoga, his mouth was always ashy. I mean, I was like, how is this dude on TV? A star supposed to be a sex symbol, and his lips is rusty and dry. Like I can't. Malik, I love you, and I'm glad by the time Tyler Perry had you up in what was that movie with the couples? Why Did I Get Married? I was glad by then they was like, we're gonna put some Carmex on you, and we're gonna get you some Vaseline because we is not gonna let you walk around here, brother. Not one more sitcom where you come on here with them lips. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I couldn't stand G. What was the name of that show, y'all? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, it was Malik Yoga. Torres was his partner, and G was his son. He was a single father, basically raising his son as he was a detective in New York, do all this crime he doing and stuff. But anyway, what was that? New York Undercover? I think that was called New York Undercover. Did somebody say that? But yeah, oh no, his lips was. I used to be like, what is Malik Yoga doing? Playing in flour before he comes on here? Why is his mouth so dry? Is he smoking all the cannabis? What is he doing? Does he just get his lips dry? Did he just brush his teeth? And I don't know. I don't know, but his mouth would be so dry. Anyway. And then it's all, I mean, go watch some old episodes of New York Undercover. I guarantee if you go watch 5 episodes, at least 3.5 of them, his lips gonna be chapped. And yet he gonna be getting all the women. You gonna be like, wait a minute, why ain't Torres getting all the women? And then they killed old poor Torres off. I said, wait a minute, Malik and them lips could have left. But that was just me. Don't y'all judge the whole show on me, but that's how I felt. And then G used to get on my nerves because I'm like, does every episode G happen to be in the middle of the crime? I mean, first of all, why is him and his friends what is the name of that big old park in New York? Why are they there? Central Park. Why are they in Central Park? They should be in school. And then Kawinky Dink is a homicide going on. He right there. There go G. G getting kidnapped. I was so sick of that little boy. I was like, you know what? I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand them. And then he got on my wife and kids. And since I am one of the biggest fans to the Waynes, every last one of the Waynes I have love for. Every day kids, the women they sleeping with. I'm just a Waynes fanatic, okay? So when he got on my wife and kids, I said he better not mess this show up. Because if he get his little big head butt on here and mess this show, I love him. But I don't like to look at him when he was G back on New York Undercover because I killed him. Because he made me sick. I couldn't stand him. Y'all know, just like when I seen The Color Purple, it took me a long time to like Danny Glover again. He was all in Lethal Weapon. I was like, all right, mister. I got you, mister. As long as I was putting curses on him, just like Celie was. I ain't lying. I couldn't stand mister. But anyway, that's a whole nother show. Oh, in Living Color. Didn't I just tell you I love the Waynes? In Living Color. In every movie they ever did, even the movies people talk about, I don't watch. Martin, to this day, if I get too excited about something, you're going to hear me say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You go, honey, once he started a whoa, 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 I said, you're right. I do get that excited. I want a whoa, 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 whoa. I love me some Martin. Oh, Martin Lawrence, you a funny son of a... I love your brother. He's one of my favorites. Robert Townsend, Martin Lawrence, the Waynes, especially Damon. I mean, I got mad respect for Keenan. Like, Keenan, you're a beast out there. I mean, you used to be a womanizer, but I love you, bruh. But I love the Waynes. When it comes to I love the Waynes. Oh, the George Lopez show? I still watch that. The George Lopez show? Hilarious. Another show I used to watch that I thought was hilarious. What is it? It's the guy who did that movie with King of Queens. I love the King of Queens. That was my show. That shit was hilarious. Let me see what other shows y'all name, because these were my shows. Yeah, George Lopez, that was a good one. Like I said, we had some good TV. It's like they actually was putting some ideas out there. We was actually getting something. I remember when Modern Family came out. Do y'all remember when Modern Family came out? That show with Nene Leakes came out, where it was the two guys, and they had the girl have the surrogate mom have the baby for them and stuff. But that show didn't last. But Modern Family did. And there was a lot of people I remember back then complaining about that show. Like, hey, this is just a little too much going on. And I was like, it's not really that much different. Modern Family just had a different approach of giving it. You get what I mean? So sometimes it's that too. You know, they were a little more subtle. You know, it was kind of like Will and Grace. Like, I loved Will and Grace. Don't nobody ever on here come and say nothing bad. I loved Will and Grace. Karen was by far, and Jack, my favorite two characters. When I tell you the laughter they gave me on Will and Grace. Oh my goodness. And it took me to like the 5th season of Will and Grace to realize, even though you have all these characters on here, part of the community, they never had nothing going. It wasn't a kiss, a hug. And we know it because on one episode, they finally, when they had a little kiss and it was just a peck on their lips, they made a big deal about it. Like saying like, oh, you know, all these people are trying to not put it on the show. They went, you know, and then they did it on the show. They went while the news was being filmed on the streets so they could do it. So they could be the first kissing on that network. But I thought, wait, that means they haven't kissed on this one, that they making a big thing. Yeah. So they just had a different approach of giving it. I loved Will and Grace. Oh, I loved Will and Grace. Oh, Spikey Spike, how you doing? How's your day going, sis? Oh, excuse me, y'all. Every time I take these off, the light is beaming from behind me. Yeah, we naming good TV shows we used to watch and good movies. But then there's some movies I loved when I was young, and I watch them now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm too old for this. I watched Goonies. I loved Goonies when I was a kid. And I watched the Goonies like 2 years ago. I was like, this movie sucked. Like, this movie is trash. Adventures in Babysitting. I loved that movie when I was young. I loved that movie. And then they're in Chicago. I was watching that movie about a year ago, and I'm like, okay, first of all, why is she taking them kids to get in that car with that dude? He a stranger. Wait a minute, he don't even got a hand. Oh no. Oh Lord, he's shooting. I literally was watching like, honey, don't trust these babysitters. Like when I was young, I'm like, I'd love to go on an adventure with my babysitter like that. I didn't even have a babysitter, and I was ready to go on an adventure with him. Just being me. Hey, Moesha. I loved Moesha until it just got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need Moesha to stop being like Blossom. I don't know if y'all used to watch Blossom, but remember, even on Blossom, Blossom was like the perfect child. I'm like, okay, this ain't really what teenagers are made of. I'm gonna need you to do something. Yell, cuss, get an attitude, catch a depression, fall in love, fall out of love, go out and think about sex, talk about sex, get caught making a, you know what I'm saying? I need something the kid does so we can learn what to work with each other. But Moesha is so, I mean, it got to the point where I was like, okay, Moesha, you're a little too perfect for me. Then here come Ray J. He your cousin brother, you know what I said, boy, Ray J, no, he'll fall up in anything Moesha, you know? Say, dang, say, there go Brandy, and here come Ray J. I ain't gonna lie, I like the little Ray J. I ain't even gonna lie, I like this little bad butt. Then remember, he was on, what is the name of that show? With old girl Pratt. What is her name? Something Pratt. And she had the show as her and her father, one-on-one. It was her and her father. And then they did a spin-off show where she's at college and Ray J, one of her roommates. And here's what's funny, y'all. Ray J didn't even have a flick out then, right? And they would make references on this one episode. That pay attention, if you ever watch that show on one of these episodes, he making a reference like if you seen it, you wouldn't forget seeing it. Talk about his package. I said, that boy knew back then he was sitting on 30 acres and a mule. Good night, Stacy. Have a good night. And I'm going to check that IG tonight. So I'll respond to you tonight on there. I'm most likely I give you my telephone number so then you can reach me. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm like, wait a minute, Ray J. He was telling us, he was letting us know back then. See, y'all gotta listen. I be listening. But yeah, TV used to be good. It was always a show you liked. I used to like the PJs. Y'all used to watch that. Eddie Murphy did the voice on he did a couple of the voices on them characters on the PJs. It was in the project. It was a cartoon. Well, Claymation. Because Claymation got big at one point. I said hold on, y'all. I almost became Boys in the Hood with him and like, we got a problem here? You got a problem? And then I almost became another part of Boys in the Hood. Yeah, it's just too damn bad you don't know what it is. You know, that's what I almost told him. I almost literally became a part of a movie on his ass real quick. Since we talking good movies. You know, we're going to talk good movies. I can't not leave out Midness and Boys in the Hood, South Central. I remember going to see South Central with my homies. And when that part, when he go to the jail, you know what I'm saying, he visiting OG Bobby Johns. I stood up in the movie theater like I was Scarface. He had that video. I'm throwing deuces up. I was deuced out. They like, half of the deuces is in another state. This ain't even your state for deucing. I was like, well, but baby, I'm deucing it up. If you ain't know, you better ask somebody. California, my birth state. So anything they got, I'm entitled to be able to do it. Let me tell you something. I was the only Crip from Chicago. And never even was a Crip in California. I mean, I'm trying to tell you because I'm from California. I got the right. You didn't know that's how it go. You got the right. You got the right. They made a treaty. I was on both sides. Shit. I got the right. Callie, I love you. I love you. Lay down, Tina. Go get you some rest. Go get you some rest. I told you that light's gonna bother you. Get you some rest, sis. You know, sometimes we do too much and because we just wanna, it's your heart. I understand it. And our heart is saying, get some rest, sis. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. That's why I tell you, I love my moms. I love them. I love them. I love their dedication and their strength, but they got to know I love them so much too that on the other end, the best I can ever get out of you is when you are the best you are. So I need you to rest. And that's how everybody who loves you going to get the best out of you when your body is at its best. So get you some rest, sis. Cut the lights out. You can listen to us talk shit and talk about shows. And then every time you do an answer, do what I used to do when I'd be watching lives and stuff, I just be talking. Oh, y'all ain't name. Y'all ain't name. I'm going to get you sucker. Who said Hollywood Shuffle? Did anybody name their presidents? Like, come on. Let's see. I'll just be talking to the screen, y'all. Wait, look, Tina, stay unresponding. Tina, we come and take your phone. Yes, and we sending love to you, sis. We sending love to you till you feel it. And we are sending healing vibes. So my sister can at least rest. Let her rest. Maybe she can sleep off the migraine. That's right. That's right. That's right. When it comes to my sisters, I'm in solidarity for the best for all of us. But yeah. But how was everybody's Saturday? Did you chillax? Did you run errands? Did you go to the grocery store? Did you do some cleaning? Did you do some cooking? What did you do? What did you do today? Did you have fun in whatever you did today? I've been sitting up here and all I keep thinking about today, all I keep thinking about is that last night when we got to talk about them French fries, y'all know, and that chicken. That was all I could think about. Last night I couldn't get my mind off of chicken and French fries at all. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I thought about cheese fries. I thought about chili cheese fries. I thought about fries with mustard. I thought about fries with sour cream and mild sauce, not barbecue sauce. I just thought about fries in every way, ketchup. I, I used to eat French fries if I had crinkle fries. Sometimes I'd take a crinkle fries and a jalapeno pepper and sour cream, and I dip the jalapeno pepper in the sour cream, and then bite into the pepper and then eat a fry. I used to love that with the right amount of salt. So y'all just had me in a fry frenzy last night. I was all fried out. I was fried up and fried out. Y'all know I like fries. Y'all already know it. I already know it. Most meals I get, that's a potato I'm putting on the side. It's fries. But yeah, that's funny because when I got off, I said, I'm going to tell them tomorrow how I was thinking about fries and wings until it was time for me to order some food. Then I was thinking about grilled onions on gyro meat. Honestly, it all switched up. It was like I need tzatziki sauce. I need gyro meat on the grill. I need some grilled onions on it. And a pita bread. Ooh, that was so warm. That's what I thought. And I said, what about the fries and the chicken? I said, you know what? That's going to be for tomorrow. But I got one of them stomachs. I got to eat. I'm a foodie. And if it changed when I'm ordering, I got to get that. Because if I don't, this brain won't stop thinking about like, girl, you should have got them grilled onions. Ain't nothing like that gyro meat on that, right? And it was one of them restaurants I ain't been to in a while that I mess with a lot. And one of my favorite things out of there is they gyro. And I was like, I can't come up in here and not get one tonight. And they super busy, so that means they everything is super on point. They always on point, but when they busy, they are on point. Yeah, so I did. I said it didn't just being me. Paranormal, how you doing, sis? How was your week? How the kids doing? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sis. I missed y'all while I was gone. You know, and but I'm more conscious of the fact that, especially too, even if it was when I was monetized. Well, one, it's so much going on around you in Vegas. It's gonna be music. It's gonna be a bunch of people on a camera. I have no permission to film it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't like the non-privacy. So unless I'm taking you on a world tour where we outside, then I could just mute the live and we walking around. I just didn't want to have any problems with sound, and I wanted to enjoy the moment. But I missed y'all. That's why when my ass was delirious in that hotel on Monday, I mean, my legs were buckling, and I was sitting down. And I said, "But I got to come on here. These people not only do they love me on a regular? Right now they worried and they stressed because I'm all alone. Like, they know about my eye. They know I ain't got bark with me. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I had to let y'all know I was okay. I had to let y'all know I was safe. I was inside. I didn't want to just type it in how people send you messages that you wish they would have called about. No, Baba, they're closing the door next door. I need you to know the difference of the sounds. Okay? Know your door from that door. Okay? No, your door. Baba. They are closing the door next door, y'all. I can't make this. Isha good boy, Isha good. Be nice, be nice. I was just thinking, if he waits till I unmute this to start barking, yeah, I kid y'all not. He gonna have to go with the family and spend some time with them till I'm done. Say, excuse me, could y'all just take him for a couple hours? And I'm like, ma'am, if you don't get that big beast back in your room, I could imagine me walking out like, would y'all take him for a little bit? Take him with you for dinner? I could imagine him calling the insane asylum to tell him just that I must be batshit crazy. Nah, he mad. He said, I dare that whole family go to the room next door to us. And it sound like a whole family, too. Because that door closed 3 times. I said, wait a minute, why ain't they just leave it open for the next person? God, sometimes people just don't have manners. But, y'all, like I said, I had a day. But, I don't know. It's anywhere. Everywhere I've ever worked in my life, I know one thing, just like when I tell people about on here, I ain't never worked at a job where I just loved every single mofo that walked through there. Where I was just like, oh my God, we are all besties because we all, nah, Booney. It be some people I work with that I think to myself, boy, if we didn't work at the same company, you dead to pull up, stare me up and down. Whatever it was you was doing wrong, I'd be thinking, I'd love to see you in the parking lot. I'd love to meet you outside. But because it's my job, I'm not going, you know what I mean? It's a job. And even though it's not my career, I don't make my name mud nowhere I go. But I do know one thing. If I ever ended up swinging at a job, what people know is, boy, she held her composure longer than most. That's what they'll know. Because even when I was young, I didn't hold it at all. Now I'm older. I'm like, but sometimes people make it. But today, I just had to finally get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm really gonna let the dudes handle the dudes. All these men want to get into it with chicks and argue with women. That's fine. You stay bitch made. I'm gonna go get a man for you. And I don't care. Nobody take that. If a man want to argue with women, there's no man in that sentence to me. And I don't care. He got to know some chick. I don't care who he is. He got to know some chick that could go check another chick for him. Why are all these men willing to argue and get into it with women? I mean, and then they be coming at you like you're not a woman, but then mad that you coming at them like you, I guess, are a man. I don't know. If it makes me a man because I don't let people talk to me like I'm nothing, then I guess I'm a man. Because I didn't know that's what made you a man. Because I thought what made you a man was not sitting up and arguing with women. I thought that was one of the strongest suits of a real man. He got bigger and better things to do than arguing with women. But these days, men, as soon, I mean, they just ready to go. You say, I've never seen so many men ready to, I mean, men that, now this didn't happen to me, but men that as soon as you get into it, when they, oh, bitch, you like, dang, did I just get into it with one of my sisters? Why am I getting into it with this man like that? Yeah. As long as a snake between your pants, you cannot, to me, at any point in time, have no arguments with a woman. I'm not trying to hear nothing about it, period. I need you to argue with people that have the same snake. That's it. That's it. That's how I look at it. And anybody with a vajayjay, argue with somebody with a vajayjay. I'm not arguing with men no more. If I go get men, I'm not going to get men for no women. I'm going to get a man for a man. I'm tired, y'all. I don't know what world we living in these days where men, I mean, just jump all up in some women shit. And what's women shit? When a bunch of just women arguing. It don't need no men. Go get some other women you know to jump up in that with these other women. But these men dun 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 dun. You say, what are they? Is it Captain Save a Hoe? No, it's Captain Argue with a Hoe. No disrespect to the women. I'm just saying, come on. I have no time. I have no time, y'all. But that's what kind of day I was having. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. And remember, costumes, whatever you make it, you could you could sit with your kids and say, we're gonna make our faces up to whatever the closest thing we can make it up. You could sit around with them and just watch some funny stuff and have a pajama day. Do you got an orange shirt and some black pants? Look at us, how festive we just got. I think it's the times I had the littlest that I realized how to have the best, have the most. It's just like when you throw a party and you don't do this big party you've been planning for months. And even all the way up to the day of, you just keep thinking about what's gonna go wrong, what didn't go through, how you planned early to get this and they changed it a week before, how this did. It wasn't supposed to rain and it rained. But then you know that day you just threw together something last minute and invited a couple of people. It was small and simple. It was like, well, whatever we have is what we're gonna have. And it was the best night ever. Because sometimes simple is when you can really appreciate it. When you're too busy trying to make sure everybody gonna be happy, everybody had the drink they want, everybody had the food they want to eat, everybody sat by who they wanted to sit by. You go through all that. By the time you done, you just drained. You just drained. I like simple. I don't like all that stress. I just don't. Some things is worth stressing about, and some I'm just not. I'm just not. If I'm having an event, it's gonna be whatever it is. I just invited you to come have some love, and I can promise you that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. That's why I said you ain't never gotta come here. Now you come in here and let us know anything so we know what to send you good vibes about, what to pray for you if it's a prayer warrior, what you know what I mean? We can do that. But at the end of the night, as long as we're not just coming in here. Oh, sorry, I thought you put another statement. But as long as we're not coming in here, you know what I mean? And now I don't want to say it the wrong way. You have to be so careful what you say. At the end of the night, I'm not even gonna put that part because to me, when you're saying something good, it defeats it when you put something else with it. So I'm gonna leave it at when we come in here, it's best that we let each other know we stand in need of. Because sometimes what you'll learn is you're not one, either not standing alone, or it's not foreign to some of us. We all been through it in some kind of way. I might not have been through it, but Marianne might. Marianne might not have been through it, but Stacy might have been through it. You know, somebody may have been through it. And see, and when you coming from positive, safe places, people will actually give you sound advice. And one of the things I learned about advice, you don't have to do it all, but it don't hurt to listen. It don't. Okay, Baba, we get it. We get it. We get it. You said, Mommy, you came home He took me out for 15 minutes, and now I'm gonna bark at every person that walk by just to so you can say something. Just like your kids. Your kids sometimes will do the wrong thing to get your attention. So will your dog. You say, hold on. Did nobody even just walk by? Let me bark. Hold on, is that the car door closing outside? Let me just half a bark. Let me now if we wasn't on this thing, he wouldn't even use that to get my attention. He said, I told you, it's a full-time job having a pet. I just think about when I was a kid and my mom and them would say, well, the reason we don't have a dog is because it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work y'all say y'all want to do, and you're not going to do. I was like, she lying. The lie she tell. Dogs clean their own butt. You know what I mean? He thinking all that simple stuff. I just put some food in the bowl and I hug and love on them and chase them around the yard. Well, baby, if it was only that simple, we'd all have 2,500 dogs. But it's a lot more to it than that. It's not. It's a lot to it. I even tell my kids now, they kill me. They talking all this with the dogs. And then it's like, y'all ain't even doing half the work. You get to do the fun stuff, like come around and be their best friend again. Thanks, sis. It's like, yeah, the candle, that's an awesome thing. I might have to do that on Halloween. It's not. It's not. That's why yesterday, even I was saying, like, if you can find things to do when I'm at home, do that. Start new traditions, Or if like, if you live on a block that you lived on, you actually know your neighbors. But you need to know your neighbor. We get on here and we'll be willing to know people over here, and why neighbors, we ain't even want to talk to them. I don't know who they are. I know it's some people that live over there, and I can't tell who married, but somebody married over there, and then there's some kids. I think it's his kids, her kids. I don't know because I don't even know how long. Then you find out they brother and sister because you done just made a whole family. You could have one day introduced yourself. You ain't got to go ringing everybody's doorbell when you move into town, but it don't take nothing when you see somebody. Like, hey, I'm Danielle. I stay right here. It's nice to meet you. I just moved over here. I really like the neighborhood. What that take? Because that's what I do. I'm gonna speak to you every day, and I'm like, "Hey, neighbor." Till one day when they say, "Hey, you keep saying, hey, neighbor, where you at?" I'm like, "I'm right at the end of the block at Boogity Blue Blocks." And they say, oh, "Okay." Now they know. So now when they see me, they'll start saying, "Hey, neighbor, is that Danielle? Hey, Danielle." Oh, that Danielle, so sweet. You know why? Because I actually introduced myself. I didn't say, well, they don't, because some people want to know the neighbor next door on the left, next door on the right, and across the street. It's 12 other houses on your block. You don't have a clue who up in there? It's your block. If they up in theirs, they'll be up in yours. You better know. I need to know the neighborhood. And I don't just want to know the gossip about them. I want to know who's on my block. I want to be able to stop and talk to Tommy and Sally, or Sarah, Sue, whoever live on the block. I want to be able to say, oh, that's the Johnson family right there. They're so nice. They got their grandkids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because Not like I said, not them the people that drive that van. Oh, that's the people live in the brown house. You don't know nothing about them. It's on your block. Yeah, just the brown house. Okay. That's the one whose daughter you ain't seen all summer, so you think she pregnant. See how you just got all this negative shit. You don't even know them. What's their name? But you know they daughter pregnant. How you know she having sex? How you know she's even, you know what I'm saying? How do you know? Oh, because you ain't seen all summer. Lord forbid she had a summer camp. Lord forbid she got a father, and they, you know what I'm saying, and her mother has been divorced, and her father might have her for the summer. Lord forbid, because you wouldn't know. Because we'll assume shit about people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could tell when they came over here, they might have been on some kind of housing because there was a lot of them. You don't know. We don't even know no more. We don't know our neighbors. When you come on here and people come on here, that's my best friend. If you don't want to know the person who lives so close to you, if their house catch on fire, yours could catch on fire, then I don't want to believe that you really want to know some people that you don't even know where they live at, or what they look like, or who they really are. But they your best friend. Oh, okay, that's my best friend. I don't know their name. We talk on IG all day. But tell y'all the truth, I ain't never once when none of my best friends talk to them on IG. We ain't never called each other on IG. You know why? Because we got each other number. And even if we was on IG and you posted something, as I'm typing what I'm saying to you, I'm calling you like, girl, you did not just post that, girl. You know, I mean, that comment's acting. But if I tell you, I've been talking to you, that's what they do on YouTube. I've been talking to them for 2 years. You got their telephone number? Nah, I be talking to them on IG. Baby, baby, if I talk to you for 2 years and you never give me your number, baby, I know we are nothing but IG friends. We are what you call internet buddies, internet cool. You know, so if my name on internet was suck it, suck it, suck it, you cool with suck it, suck it, and you honestly think that's what I go to work and they put on my check, suck it, suck it, suck it. Your best friend. Oh, okay. That ain't even your homie. That ain't even your homie. Because all my besties, they could have all kind of nicknames. They know what I call them by. They government. Now, when they get amongst people who they don't get a government onto, I go along with the little nickname shit. Bookie Book, whatever you calling yourself. But usually I done made up another nickname for you and I'm calling you that. Because I don't do all that. Because when you get to know me, I want to know you. And hey, if you meet me and then first you say, well, I don't like to open up to people, I can understand that. Protect yourself, follow your gut. But know this, we could fall out. Me unmasking anybody and doing that, I got better shit to do. I got better shit to do because I could care less. You never know what someone is going through. And I think that's what people forget. Like they the only ones going through it. How many times y'all we hear this on this? It be people literally, I'm gonna use Jen as an example. Every time she bring up her mother and father, I wonder if she realized how many people are listening. Who, if they ain't lost their mother, they've lost their father. They ain't lost their, you know what I'm saying, one or the other, they've lost both. You think you alone? You think you isolated? Hmm? And do you know we coming into the holiday seasons? This is the time everybody's depressed. Everybody who missing somebody is depressed. Cause they gotta have another year of forever without them. But we don't think like that. We don't think, wait a minute, I could be hurting other people. I don't think we think about that. People are going through. People are going through a storm with no umbrella. No umbrella, but they still remaining to act like they dry. And they were still willing to see the rainbow at the end of the storm. Man, like I said, today has been a day for me. And I think what's been draining is that there was so much there was such a moment where I really thought I could care less about anything but going the fuck off. Like I couldn't shake that. And that's when I knew like you got to stop. Like, because if I don't, like I said, at the end of the night, I'm gonna be pissed at myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the right part and I'm gonna leave the rest of the shit out. And that's what I did. And that's how I came to a better place. And then they just took on itself and it was so busy there was no way to notice anything else. And then I got through it. Like I said, it went so fast. I looked up and I was like, wait a minute, I have not ate. It is 6 o'clock. And like right now, I don't know why my eyes will not allow me to take my sunglasses off. Like at all. And that is just driving me crazy because I really want to take them off. I haven't had them on all day. Like, well, I've had them on at moments, but I haven't had them on for a whole period. And I think it's because right now I'm looking at the screen and my eyes are like, okay, are we looking at the register? What is going on? Why are we still looking at stuff? And I said, okay, we're not looking at the screen then. I have to. I have to. I have to. Like I said, I go into fight and flight or flight. Anybody who deals with anxiety, they understand fight or flight. If you deal with PTSD, you understand fight or flight. And when you fought a lot, before you go into flight, you will go right into fight. You go into fight where I'm literally sitting inside of myself saying, stop, calm down, bag up. And the fight in me is saying, fuck you. I'm done letting that they will talk to me any kind of way, treat me any kind of way, do anything to me. And that person wants to fight, and that person don't want to hear nothing, and that person ain't finna sing sweet little melodies, and that person ain't that. But the core of me is like, we finally learned how to fight. And we don't gotta fight like that. And I tell y'all, if there's anybody that be sitting in me like, oh no, we fight like this, because trash only understand trash. But that's just it. Why should I stoop to trash when I don't belong in no garbage can? I ain't never been no trash. If anything, I've been a diamond in the rough. If anything, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been a frugacy. I ain't never been none of that. So why is it I have to prove to me I'm okay if I'm okay? And so when I tell y'all I still got work to do, I'm honest. I ain't lying to y'all. Yeah, I can get past this shit. Yeah, the stuff that goes on here is optional, some of it. And by the reason why I say it's optional, because some of it we could just, hey, that's too much. I'm not gonna put myself in no shit like that. Like I tell you, I don't need a clip of a clip of a clip of a clip of a clip. Because I'm sure if it was on here, I seen it. And when it comes to me wanting to know the whole story, if I'm watching, ain't no such thing as I don't like you so much I can't watch it. I need to see every point of view. Because I need to see when all y'all get together, is everybody lying? Or somebody telling the truth? Do any of this make sense? You know? So I do. I do watch it. So whether I'm gonna talk about it or not, I do watch it. I definitely do. But some of the stuff that go on here, I mean, like I said, we still discussing and unveiling old shit that we still ain't doing nothing about. And most of it ain't a secret to me, so I know it ain't. I mean, maybe the new people, it's a secret. Ain't no secret to me. I heard it, and what word on the curb is ain't nobody gonna do shit about it anyway. Why we still talking about it? What people need to start doing right now is showing who they are. And like I said, if you gonna be messy, be messy. Just keep getting to people, and we'll know, hey, you messy. All you want to do is get into people. But if you do that, I don't ever want to hear you crying about they took it too far, because you can't tell no fire how to burn. Period. If that's what you want to do it. And if you don't. That's how I feel about everything going on around here. Like, oh, I get it. I don't get it. Then I get some of it. And then some of it, I know it's manufactured, because a lot of people on here are cloud chasers. So everything they're doing, and they'll say, well, ain't we all doing it for a click of the view? Not selling my soul. Man, y'all will sell y'all soul, ass, and kids. Cause some people, y'all selling your kids. Y'all don't even realize y'all selling your kids out. Selling your husbands out, your wives out. For what? For some clicks and views? Damn, how much is YouTube paying y'all? Is this check in the 5 figures or the 6? Because I need to know every month what you getting that's worth your family, worth your name, worth your reputation. Damn, that must be a big ass check. So what is your price tag? How much could you get on the 21st to sell your soul? How much do you get on the 21st to do some shit you swear you against? And you're not that type of person, but you're doing it. YouTube can't pay me enough to do that. Because if I'm gonna come on here and act the fool, let me tell you something. I do this shit for free. I done came on here and did a song and dance and acted a zip that for free. Because I'm gonna act a fool, period. But some of them be acting the fool. Then suddenly they monetize or they get high in the thing and they start saying, well, we don't do that on here. We don't curse on here. Well, that's all you've been doing. Oh, you stop dancing that jig. Your soul stop being for sale. Oh, okay. to the YouTube world, you done sold your soul, and you not even. Some of these people selling their soul for these, subscribers and these checks, and you not even on the top 100 big people of YouTube. Show me somebody that's on the top 100. Show me somebody in the sector who on the top 100. First, do that. Do that first, and remember they got to be in the right sector. Not they done been talked about in the sector. I need to know they in the same sector. You're not gonna find them because they limited over here to a certain amount. Here's the highest you gonna go, because the rest of us are studied and staying in the bullshit. that is the maximum. We hit the max. That's the max. That's the match. You ain't catch none of them on nobody TV show. They ain't nobody, come on, nobody want this shit behind it. So they could go and put you on a TV show and then find out once upon a time you was attached to some of the most raunchiest bullshit going on here. I don't think so. Because they gonna scared you gonna bring that to their network. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like I said, I remember 2 years ago when literally people had to put doxing on their screen to tell you what it was because nobody had a clue. Now it's all everybody do. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Which one is it? We got all these people on here mourning, but I don't see y'all doing nothing to go really mourn and get some peace or do some memorials for the people you love. All I see is you just making pain everywhere else, and it still ain't gonna take away from the pain of how you're mourning. Period. Period. I was told when I was young, people respect your stuff as much as you do. And so if you don't show respect for it, nobody else will. That's what I was told. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's false, but that's what I was told. And I've seen in life where it seems like it might have hold some weight. Because I've seen when people have no respect for their stuff, I've watched people just come with no respect for their stuff. You know what I mean? No respect for your home. You ain't got no respect for your woman. Your homies ain't got no respect for your woman. You ain't got no respect for your man. Your friends don't have no respect for your man. Your friends will be sitting with you while you cheating on the man who taking care of you because you don't have no respect for him, so they ain't got no respect for him neither. But see, when you got some real friends, they'll say like, girl, I know you ain't coming over here with no other dude. You better take that shit to the hoes that you go with, and they okay with that. If you talking to a chick right now about cheating on your mate, that chick don't give a damn about you or your mate. And I don't want to hear your single friends. I'm a whole single bitch. Call me up. And I'll be like, well, that's your business, girl. I don't even want to hear no more about it because I don't want to be a part about it. Because, honey, if it hit the fan, suddenly we'll be more guilty than you. My single ass, like, yo, man, I swear I hooked you up with him. Did because I don't even want to know his name. I don't want to know his name. How about that? Because that's how I am. Me personally. That's me. I'm going to be a friend. Now, somebody I don't care about, you do that you want with your life. I'm not even going to jump in. I'll be like, okay, go do you. Do you. When my guys get ready to cheat on their woman, I tell them in a heartbeat, you about to go out to have fun and mess up what you have for a lifetime. When you do, I don't want to hear one sad song from you. And I'm a hope that she finds somebody that can love her past themselves. And I'll tell my buddies, and they know it in a Houston minute. My buddies know, don't come over my crib and you got a woman with some other chick, because I'm going to tell that woman, oh, this ain't no hoe house, baby. And I ain't saying you a hoe, but I kick it with him and his whole wife, his whole fiance, whatever that is. I'll tell them. Say they know I will. So you know what they never do? They ain't never gonna bring that bitch around me. You'll think we was messing around with you because they gonna know, no, Danny ain't for that. Because see, the moment, especially if you brought her around my children, if you brought her to our house, your woman, whoever you calling your woman or your man, if you brought that around my family, then we don't want to see nothing else. Take the other person to somebody else's shit because they can't come up in mine. And I would hope that my friends would do me the same. So if I was going to have an affair, at least I'd had a privacy to have some privacy. I wouldn't be, but people don't do that. And that ain't me judging nobody. It's just telling you my stance. I'm not going to do your dip with you. Now, if you was some dog, dirty, diligent ass piece of shit and you cheating on them, I probably will help you. Because that might be the way to get at you from them, but it probably won't. Because people don't leave people till they ready to. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm a different kind of friend. I'm a different kind of friend. I am. And when we was young, I ain't counted cheating because we all needed to be sowing our oats. We all needed to know what we really wanted. So you could stop saying that this was what was for you and it wasn't. It's just what you wanted. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But sometimes you feel like when you think like that, you're being judgmental, but I'm really not. Do y'all ever heard of crimes of passion? I'd hate to be sitting with you in your dip and your mate come up in here and act a fool. You get what I'm saying? With a crime of passion and now all us a part of your shit. No, I don't want to be a part of your shit. If somebody may gonna run up on them for cheating, let it be my mate. And I'm in some stuff. I don't want to be in your stuff. I don't want some dude sitting around, you stay with the dude that you was cheating on, and now he telling you all your friends hoes. You know how many women do that? You know how many women go home and tell their man about their friends, but they really talking about them? So now your man think we all some hoes, but little did he know he laying down with that hoe. That's who he laying down with. He ain't laying down with me. The story that he heard was about his whole woman, but he think it's one of us. No, that was your chick busting down like that. Yeah, yeah. That's why I can't stand. I know that much, boy. As soon as somebody do something wrong, people quick. Women do it too. We'll blame it's your boys. It's your boy because he's single. No, no, no. Your boy might be his boy might be single, but his pee came out of his pants and went into somebody else. Honey, that ain't on his boy. That's on him. I don't care if his boy brought the chick, facilitated a place for them to go. If he completed the act, then the rest of it's on him. All of it's on him. Because he could have easily told his boy, like, what is you doing? How don't you get this girl up out of here? I ain't finna get up with this chick. He could have easily did that. But he didn't. So I'm never gonna blame your boy. That's your boy. Your boy do what he wanna do. I could care less what he do. I don't lay down with your boy. So I ain't never been that chick like, I bet it was your friend Peter, because Peter is such a hoe. And so is my man. Matter of fact, my man a bigger hoe than Peter, because we all seem to know Peter a hoe, but I'm sitting here blaming Peter that my man a hoe. So you know what that tells me? My man a bigger hoe than Peter, because we knew Peter was a hoe. What's my man's excuse? I'm not that chick. And for every woman who, if your man can't go breathe or walk out your eyesight and you not trust him, then babe, you need to let him go. Because even if he ain't doing nothing, you keep treating him like that and he will. Same thing with a man doing it to a woman. You keep not trusting her and you going to lead her right into somebody else's arms. I'm not even lying, because you can't accuse me of something too long and I'm not doing. I'm going to keep begging you to believe me. No, I'm going to just do it so the next time you do it, now I could just lie to you. No, I ain't. And then I'm going to prove to myself that even if I'm doing it, you seem not to know. You just insecure. I used to think like that. I told you I used to play a game with a game. I ain't never been a player. I've always been a pimp. I ain't never players lie to you. A player tell you what they want to hear so they can get what they want out of you. I ain't never been a player. A pimp keep it a buck. They keep it a buck, and you decide if you want to be a part of what I'm keeping it a buck. If I was in a relationship and I met somebody, you know, he's telling them, why are you so concerned about him? Why you want to say, just like any man or woman laying up with they dip, talking about they mate, ooh, you's a dirty SOB. You said, oh, they went to work, they did this, they don't cook for me, I don't even sleep with him, I do it. And then you just giving somebody something to throw at your mate. I ain't giving you nothing. When you throw, my mate it's gonna go right past them, because they're gonna be like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Who is that? She said ain't had a job in 5 years. I ain't never not had a job. So it wasn't me. It damn sure wasn't me. You got some wrong information. I wish I would. I told y'all times I wasn't faithful. I'm not going to admit what years those were, because it was just in my lifetime when I was in a relationship. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to tell you, cheaters cheat. People who are unsatisfied or unhappy cheat. But when you grow up, you learn, if you're not unhappy, if you're unhappy, get out of it. You know what I mean? Then you can do whatever you want. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But I tell you, if you really want them people looking for love, then stop playing with it. Just don't even play with it, because then it's gonna have you changing about love, and it's something that you really want, and you believe in. And that's what I did to myself. I coded in my heart a lot. Cause just watching people get dog shit, being dog myself, dogging people myself. I've been there, done that. And it just made me cold hearted to it. Like, oh man, ain't nobody gonna play me. Ain't nobody gonna hurt me. Ain't nobody, you just cold in your heart. And it did. Just being honest with you. If I'm just being honest. You can't play with love, says you can't. You cannot play with it. Because then you'll find yourself like trying to take all those walls that help you, that keep you from feeling it. So now I got to take all those down just so I can receive. You know what I mean? Because you just hardened. You just, mm, mm. But I'm glad that I'm going through every transition I'm going through. I'm glad that before I even left my house, I completely, stopped in any type of way. Like when I tell people, like, I mean, other than when I got a toy, and I like even that, that's not gonna be something I'm messing with every day. You know what I'm saying? Once a week, none of that. Because I have to learn to, like, almost like Kama Sutra, like to really learn to like love my body and its feelings and every part of it and come in control of every single part of it. So like I said, but now I came out of that whole thing. It's been since 2019. And every time we about to hit that January mark, I always think, oh my God, we're hitting another year. But like I said, I'm gonna tell you something about just going out and having sex. You could do that tomorrow. I could walk through this. Look, this is how easy it is. Not saying that but this is just how easy sex is. You can find someone anywhere who's willing. You know what I mean? That's how just easy it is. Not looking for it. Am I saying I'm never gonna lay down? Hell no, I ain't saying that. Who heard me say that? I just said I just want to find me, and I want nothing to stand in the way of that. I don't want to get looped into nothing until I found me. And I found me. You know what I'm saying? And now I just let life play its course on the way I move with it. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. I can't speak for anybody else. And like I said, that might not work for everybody else. I remember times where I didn't care if I was in a relationship as long as I had a good sex partner. I'd be okay on those lonely nights. As long as when I wanted to cuddle up and not be alone, I had somebody, I was cool with that. I was cool with that. And I didn't need more than that. I could be fine with that. And then when I was in a relationship, I got cool and accustomed to that. But then when you're in a relationship 10, 20, 16, 15 years, anybody who's been in long relationships like that, and most people, I'm hoping it was your marriage, but I've been in a long relationship like that, and you become not roommates, but you almost become like a best friend. Like this is somebody, like it's just a difference. I mean, come on. I mean, 16 years in, my sex life ain't what it was when we first got together. Come on, life changes. We get, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not. I got bigger things to do than every time I see you want to lay down with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I need to get a little younger. I don't know. But I don't know. When you, shit. I wish the fire was the same as it was 16 years before. And that don't mean you don't have fire. But if you think I got the same fire at 40 and I had at 20, babe, Hansi, at 20, 20, baby, man. I got, oh, please. It was romantic to just lay next to each other and fall asleep with no strength. You understand me, baby? This is just a different breed of doing something. Is something wrong with me for that? See, I started wondering, is that just me? Or is there people that's 25 years into a relationship and they got the same fire they had 25 years ago? Do they? Do they? Because if you still got a fire to me, you win it. But if you still got that fire, please write a book. Write a book. Because we all want to, I want to read it. I want to read it from front to back and back to front again. I mean, I'm ready to read it tonight. And I ain't even know read it like that. Now I read that whole book tonight. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but some people just act like can I tell you wait, what's going on, my Susan? Right, right. So that's what I'm saying. And it's supposed to be different when I hit my 60s. And then it's supposed to be different. Now I don't know. Because they say when you get to them senior livings, they as living over there. So I don't know, when I hit them 80s, it might get back to the party might jump back and I might be like, hey baby, I ain't got much time, so let's have some fun. You know. You know. Because them senior living. One day I'll never forget, I was watching this thing in Florida. This was about 10 years ago. And there was this area in Florida that's a big senior living area. Nice living too, off the ocean living. And honey, when they started saying the STD, I said, wait a minute, what the STD? What you mean the STD rate is up over here in the senior village? Honey, because they was over there pop, lock, and drop it. I said, wait. I said, I wasn't mad at none of them. I wasn't mad at him. I said, you better live. Honey, you better live. And they was over there living. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Was the only person who heard that? Nobody else heard that? Well, maybe that's just the kind of senior I might be. I might do. I don't know. Y'all don't judge me. This is judge-free zone, right? Let me put some chapstick on. I'm feeling like Malik yoga around him. Mm-hmm. And I just don't even think like, I don't know. I mean, to each his own. Like, of course, if I had a reason why I couldn't, then I just can't. I wouldn't even be thinking about it because it's just not going to be a part of my life. You know what I mean? So if I was paralyzed, or if I couldn't, you know what I mean? If that's just something that couldn't be a part of my life, it can't be. It's not. But I have built myself, and especially in these last couple of years. But I've had periods where I've just went. I don't even call it being abstinent, but I've just went. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm at a place where it's because there's people that will argue with you that is one of the biggest parts of a relationship, but that's not for a relationship that is to last forever. Because if the biggest part of my relationship is sex forever, then what's number two? But some people tell you that. I remember one time when I was in a relationship, my guy had got sick, and his asthma was real bad, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I was scared to do something with him. Because I'm not gonna play with asthma. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one day saying something to somebody like, "Oh yeah, it's been a few weeks, you know what I mean? But man, after that kind of an asthma attack scare, like it just, it's got something on me." And they said, "A couple of weeks." Oh, ain't no way I could have went a couple of weeks. I would have had to go get something. What kind of relationship you in? First of all, ain't no way my mate ain't doing well and nothing's turning me on. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said people be in it for the wrong shit. Like the love of your life was sick and I'm so thinking about, getting off that I'm like, fuck them. I don't think like that. I just don't think like that. I don't. I don't. But like I said, to each his own. Because to some people, that's the biggest part. I know people who like argue and fight when they're not sleeping together. Like, and then as soon as they sleep together, they back in la la love. And I'd be like, oh, that's toxic, boo. That's just toxic. And then people are, oh, that's because I'm a little bit of a nympho. Okay, Booney, I hear you. 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 But then you wonder why you find yourself staying with people that are great in there, but there's nothing else they can offer me. Because I'm thinking there first. But here's the thing, you ever been so in love with somebody or cared about somebody, it made it better? There was more passion. You weren't effing. Because look, I ain't even gonna call it because I hate saying that when it comes to sex. You wasn't effing. You was making love. You learn. You better not bark at that baby. Now that's where I'm gonna draw the line at. That's a baby. Good boy. That's a baby. Now them grown men, they a whole different beast. That's a baby. Good boy. He's a good boy. He gets a treat because that's a baby. That is a baby, Papa P. We don't bark at no babies ever. You hear me? Because babies get scared. You hear me? They get very scared. You see a baby out there having fun. I don't know why they like to let these kids play in that hallway, but that's what they do with their babies, okay? And you're a good boy because you don't bark at babies, all right? No bark at babies, okay? You be nice to the babies, okay? Because they need you to protect them too, okay? If it's me, you, and the baby, go protect the baby. I'll be all right. Anyway, it's a learnable lesson. It's a teachable lesson, so I got to teach my baby. He got to know. Now look, he's waiting for one of the men to say something. He going to the door. Get over here, Papa. Because he waiting. He like, did one of them dudes say something? He waiting for one of them to say something. Okay. But But yeah, like I said, it's all about priorities to me. What's important to you, and what's important to me is having a man who can provide safety, protection, love, and financial. So if you heard me, you see this all slid under provide. He gonna provide. He's gonna be a king. He's going to be confident. Safe is where I am when I'm with him. Secure is where I am when I'm next. It's like that to me is the like, everything else will fall into line. Let me tell you something. I done had some dudes who had the package of a Ray J. And I thought to myself, this old slutty buddy, goody booty, been all around. He for everybody. He, you know what I'm saying? All that. And I've had some people that, well, I guess what you call it, whatever you want to call it. What we had, what it was, it actually made you think like, I have a better time with than just a package. If there's nothing else. There is absolutely nothing else. And the next time I see another one that's worth my attention, I'll be there. Like, come on. I don't know. I'm in a different stage in my life. What up, bruh? I'm just at a different stage in my life, y'all. And that don't make me no better than nobody. That don't make me no worse than nobody. That don't make me not less human than nobody. First of all, y'all, let me tell you something. I've had my fallopian tubes and my ovaries removed. I have not had a period since I was 20 years old. Okay. So in that alone, it changes my whole hormonal balance. Period. It just does. How I look at things, how I feel about things, it just changed it. It changed it. It just changes. So like I said, it's just and as a woman, like when you not feeling in love with yourself, then you'll beat yourself up for every decision you make. Everybody you messed with and it didn't work, everybody who dogged you out, everybody who lied, whatever it may be, you're gonna blame yourself and it's gonna make you a bitter bitch. It made me a bitter bitch. It really did. And I had to let that bitter bitch go. Because I realized I blamed her more than I blamed the dudes. So I had to forgive her. I had to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a process. It's a process. But don't try to get me talking about relationships. I try to stay away from that kind of stuff. I got 99 problems and the dick ain't one. So I try my best. But hunting. Sometimes I see some men who I think, ooh, wait, he could get it. But then I say, I got 99 problems. And right now, that dick ain't one. Some of y'all laying next to a dude and y'all acting like, because people always act like if you're getting a D, you must be happy. Some of y'all lay next to a dude every day. I'm trying to wonder why you're such bitter bitches. Is he doing anything? I mean, does he even rub your back? Does he rub your shoulders? Does he give you a hug? Shit. Because I'm about to come over and give y'all both a hug. Shit. It's just, I know some of y'all men just be like, oh my God, honey, if I didn't know you better, I'd be like, you're a bitch. Ain't no man turned on about a woman getting into it with everybody. Like, period. You think he think you just such a firecracker? Now, he want to know that you'll hold your ground. But I just don't think he just want to know that every day you on here, you ugly, snatchy, dirty, stinky, nasty heifer. Like, oh God, this girl is just, she worse than the heifer she talking. You think he go brag to his friends about how you sit on the internet and just get into it with all these strangers? No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he don't. Think you'll brag to the kids about how you the biggest fool on the internet. And when they talk about bullying, getting bullied, go watch your mama. Because all the shit she doing is literally what they call bullying on the internet. Yeah, I think that's what people tell their kids. Because I tell my kids that was my life. Like, oh, yeah. You know what? Remember when I told you don't get bullied? Don't let nobody talk to you like I be talking to these bitches on here. That's what I be telling my kids. I be like, look, watch this. Come here. Come watch me talk shit to this bitch. Don't you ever let nobody come on here and talk to you like this. Watch this. Hey, you stupid long. If I was a fool. Because when I was a fool, I wasn't just being a fool for somebody else. I was being a fool because I actually thought that was the way I should be. So I know when I was a fool, I would have told my kids, "Oh, come here, come here. Let me show y'all what y'all." I dropped my earphone, y'all. Let me show y'all what you never let nobody do to you. That's what I've been doing on the internet. Oh, I know my eye is bad because I just dropped my earphone on the floor and I cannot see it at all. Oh, which means that I know I'm gonna have to wrap this up, guys. Oh, and I know it's just because I've had a long day and my eye is just really tight. Look at it. It is acting up. Mm. Like I can't even look at the screen. Like I can look up it, but I cannot look at the screen. And that is kind of driving me crazy today. Y'all know I don't like when the eye is, and I know I need to. If I go rinse it and put some of the steroid in, it'll be good in about 20 minutes. But I'm just gonna have to shut it down in a few minutes. So y'all know I'm gonna definitely do my silent live. I'm gonna keep running those. You know, we have tomorrow and Monday, and this month will completely be over. We have done a damn thing. We have showed up. We have showed out. We have danced together. We have shined our light. The kingdom is singing. And so I'm going to go ahead tomorrow and I'm going to send a letter to YouTube because I don't know how I came into the month needing 800 in less than 70 hours coming into October. And in October, in the 28 days, I have done, in the 28-day period that we just went through, I've done 992 hours. You all have showed up and showed out. Y'all have done almost 1,000 hours in watch time in the month of October. So I really passed it, but I'm trying to figure out why my numbers don't say that yet. So I need to know what is going on with the numbers. And these are all hours that I counted as my watch time. That's why they're in my analytics. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm going through my videos to make sure that I don't have any of my videos on, you know what I mean? Which they're not. Because my shit ain't made for kids. If they come and watch it, hey, I've already warned you. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things I know is a big population of the internet is 13 through 17. To believe anything different. So remember that, y'all. When y'all be acting a fool, some of these kids are coming to see what to do. And it's what you're showing them. So you got to be careful with that. You have to be real careful. Hold on, Marianne. What are you saying, sis? I don't know why I keep looking at the screen instead of my phone. It's not. Never works. Being a bitter bitch never works. Ever. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna rest it because tomorrow I have a 10 to 6 day too. Y'all know when I do my 2 days, I like to do them back to back so I can get them out the way. But it's this right here when people ask me, why don't I work more hours? Because I'm one day in, y'all, and this is my eye. On the second day, it's gonna be worse. I can't work 40 hours. I cannot give. I really, when I was in Vegas between the lights, the lights, the lack of sleep, everything else, I did a lot of stimulation to my eyes. And my eye has not stopped recoup. It's still recouping from it. So because we have to do better for ourselves. And so, once I get this thing back in order. But like I said, so I didn't work all week, but I went today and I'll go tomorrow. But it's just tiring my eye. And I know Susan is probably watching me saying, stop touching your eye. I can't help it. So then I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up. Marianne, thank you. Thank you, sis, for being here. Thank you, everybody who came in. Integrity. Hold on. I see somebody new. I love a new crown in the building. These eyes will never miss a new crown. It never will. Let me see what you're saying. These turtles do not have elbows. They don't. Wait, I just had to think about the turtles. I know they don't. They got those little bitty arms. A baby sloth, like a real one? Look at me, like a real one? But yeah, integrity. I'm sorry you just came in. I'm getting ready to leave. My eye is acting up. I need to go ahead and put some steroid drops in it and put this ointment in my eye. I need to go on and do that. And I might put this ointment in while I'm sitting here. I need to go on and do that and rinse my eye because sometimes it could be a case that something has just got into my eye, and that's why it keeps flushing. Because sometimes you never know a particle. When I had my sunglasses, I could go up to my eye, and then my eye is going to flush until because it already has stitches in it, so it doesn't want anything else foreign in it. So, oh, a real sloth. Oh wow. I bet those. I don't know why when I look at a sloth, most people think they're so unattractive, but I just wonder if they just swing their arms around and hold on to you like really tight, like babies do when you love them so much. I always love animals that you can carry like that until they get to that point where it's like, okay, I gotta let you go to the freedom of where you need to be, because otherwise, one of us is gonna have to go. It looks like it's gonna be me. But it's a couple of little wild animals, not wild animals, but animals you don't usually go get at the zoo. I mean, at the pet store, I want. But I have to wait till I have that kind of land. I have that kind of land. And trust me, I'd be the type that I had those kind of animals and have trainers and stuff like, you'll be in that cage with the lion because I know that I should never be anywhere near him. I just want to come by and say, hey, you belong to me. I love you. That's it. That's it. I would love to just have a jungle. Like, can I sponsor a lion? You know how you get that commercial for 22 cents a day? I'm like, can I sponsor a lion? There's people who telling me they own stars in the sky. Can I buy a lion? So like when I'm watching stuff in Africa, I'm like, is that my Mufasa? That's Mufasa. I won't even know. It's just a lion. And they go my Mufasa. That's him. That's him. Look at him kicking it. Nigga, his brother and his sister and Nala and the whole crew with him. Because that's how I want to feel. That's how I want to own me some wild animals. Where they in the wild, not just look at pictures and tell you about them. That's what people do when they own it. I don't know nobody who owns stars and stuff. They told you they done bought a star. You say, wait, bought a star. People be, I bought this whale. You bought a whale. Y'all think I'm making this? Oh, y'all, he got his paws crossed. Don't trust him. Look. There's my sloth. Right there. His name Nina. His name Nina. He'll be 6 years old on the 7th of December. He's a Sagittarius. He likes to eat, bark, fart. And what else? Poop? You like to go poop? And pee pee. But he said that's a common. People should know that about him. That's what he told me to tell y'all. He said, don't forget his favorite thing to do is pass gas in the middle of the night. And that's what he loves to do. Sorry, guys. If my eyes keep tearing, my nose will feel like it's about to start running. It's all a connection. Oh, it's like it won't start with just one thing. Yeah, Mary, I told you, look at it. That's my sloth. Now he gets some good sleep. Now look, he's gonna roll his eyes. He's so fake. He's so fun. But let me rat on bag. Hold on. I'll tell you what I tell y'all. Hey, what? Hey, but no, I'm telling them about that bag with some new chips from Tommy's. Y'all, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. I swear, I'm gonna go and take care of my. They are, but I like that because then I can catch them. I can catch them. They move slow, just slow enough for me to catch them. I don't want nothing that can outrun me. I need something. If I need to run, I can go. I don't want to hear. When I heard hippopotamus move that fast, I stopped making fun of him. You know what I'm saying? Wait, he can outrun me with that big old body and that big old mouth. Oh, baby, I'm no longer talking crap about no kind of hippopotamus, y'all. I promise you. It's only good stuff about them from here on out. Thank you. I am. I'm telling y'all, I am, and I don't want y'all to worry. Like I said, right now my eye is just tired because it's been a long day, and I actually did good today because I didn't put one steroid in my eye today, which might not have been a good thing because since I've been, even when I was in Vegas, I've been doing 4 drops a day on my eyes. You know what I mean? And I think that's what was keeping them focused. But then I said, okay, well, you know what? I don't want to get myself stuck to, because when you do them, I have to wing down. So when I started with the 4 times a day of doing it. And then I went down to 3, 2. So then I got down to 1 time a day. And then today I didn't put any in my eye at all. And that could be something that's irritating because it's been having steroids in it 4 times a day for the last week. And then I decided to just take myself off of it today. But today it just feels extra drained. It just, yesterday it was doing that. I was on the steroid, but it wasn't that it was tired. It's just that it was low. It's just low because here's the thing. When this eye gets tired, so I'm gonna rub on my good eye side. This is my bad eye. But when my eye gets tired down here, for some reason, because all of my stitches, like every stitch that's been taken off, has been taken off in the corner of my eye to up. So I still from here all the way around to here have stitches in my eye. So when my eye is annoyed, it swells right under. So this part swells. When that swells up, what it does is it make my eye seem lower, almost like my eye, like the weight of my eye is tearing. But yeah, so it's just like I said, it's just tired. It's just tired. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I know, I know. I already know they're gonna be hitting my line. That girl, if you don't cut that camera if you don't cut that camera, I'm gonna get some rest. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rest my eyes. I love you guys. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Susan. Tina, I hope you done laid yourself down. Well, we know she didn't because she ain't jumping the chat. So maybe she laid down and closed her eyes and got some rest. I hope her migraine goes away. Anybody else, if you're not feeling good, I hope you feel better today. Thanks for coming through. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start the silent live and I'm going to run it until the morning. Thank you to everyone who stops by and shares some love. Thank you for everybody. I hope when you come in, you get a little love. And trust me, if I even ever come in and it's hours after, and even my minds, if we come in and it was an hour after you came through, we still are speaking and you will be spoken back to. You will be given love. And so I'm going to go ahead. When I first start the live, I probably won't be in there at first because I'm going to rinse my eye, but I'm going to start it immediately after this one. But I'm going to go and rinse my eye and put a steroid in. So it might take me a couple of minutes to get into there to say my good nights. But thank you guys. I love you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. It's only a day away. Do y'all know people still be asking me if I wear my glasses to be cool? What part of these glasses are cool? Like, what's cool about sitting inside in the middle of the night? I can't. I just thought about that. I'm out. Good night. I can't. I'm not gonna start with that. I'm not. We'll talk about that tomorrow. That could be a Sunday discussion. Good night. I can't believe the things they asked me.